On last week's Freedom Minute, we had some fun with the idea that Americans needed a national pick-me-up on the scale of Britain's royal wedding. Well, it turns out that we got our wish, and then some. On Sunday, members of the United States military, acting on the orders of President Obama, raided a mansion in Pakistan and killed Osama bin Laden. Nearly a decade after the events of 9/11, the valiant efforts of our armed services and our intelligence community finally bore fruit. And the message to the rest of the world was unmistakable. Justice may have been delayed, but it was not denied. In the 10 years since that gruesome September morning, Americans have had all too few occasions to speak with one voice. In the midst of sharp ideological differences and partisan politics, it has often seemed as if there is nothing that could return us to the sense of unity and purpose that we felt after 9/11. But now we know that isn't true. As news of bin Laden's death went public, jubilant Americans from all walks of life publicly celebrated in places like New York City's Times Square, Washington's Lafayette Park, and the Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, where the crowd spontaneously roared upon learning the news in the middle of a baseball game between the Phillies and the New York Mets. This was a bipartisan affair on the political side, too. While we're often critical of President Obama, he deserves nothing but praise for authorizing the daring raid that brought bin Laden to justice. And we also owe a debt of gratitude to former President Bush, who instituted the intelligence gathering methods that led us to bin Laden's whereabouts. Osama bin Laden's death is a truly momentous moment in American history. Rarely has such an evil enemy received such a just fate. But while we should all celebrate his demise, we must also remain vigilant in our continuing war against Islamic extremists. Bin Laden leaves behind him a generation of like-minded terrorists, all dedicated to the same murderous goals. This will be a long and painful struggle for the United States, but it will be made easier as radicals throughout the world take the lesson of bin Laden to heart. You can run, but you can't hide. That's this week's Freedom Minute.